Okay. Let's see if we get an Evo. Yesterday, Mother's Day was terrible content from EA, right? We can all agree on that. Hopefully they go back to their good ways. 3 days, 4 days, 8 days, 13 days. 50k? Okay. Unleash an unexpected attacking threat from your versatile center mid. Now equipped with enhanced shooting, passing, and dribbling. Ooh, okay. Oh my god, that Fertesi looks nice. Shooting to 91, balance to 90, dribbling to 88. Pace to 90, physical to 88. Agility to 90, very nice. Reactions to 90, composure to 92. DLP and playmaker too. Wow. I don't think I have anybody that would... What? Hold on. I have a lot of very good options here, but Alphonso Davies... What the the hell type of a left back is this? 5-star, 5-star. It's because he has a center mid role though. But anyways, we can make ourselves a box-to-box midfield Alphonso Davies, man. Look at all of those passing stats. And pretty great dribbling stats as well. No shooting stats, which is kind of ass. No defensive stats either, kind of ass. Huh. Damn, that's a fun-ass card. 5-star, 5-star. He would absolutely be, I think, only usable in the midfield, unless I gave him an anchor or something. But he's got no left... Yeah, no, it would only be midfield. Box-to-box, or DLP, playmaker plus plus, something along those lines. 99 attack positioning, too. Give him an engine to just completely juice all of the rest of his attacking-minded, passing, dribbling stats. Woo! Dude, I high-key, low-key, whatever you want to call it, kind of love this, the look of this. For 50k, I feel like that's a great Evo. Then, have a look at Millie Savage, too. Unfortunately, gets absolutely no shooting boost because his shooting stats are crazy as it is. But he gets a... He might be Club 90 by the end of it, actually. Woo! Close! He looks real good as well. Oh my. Got DLP from the DM role too. This Millie Savage looks so nice. We're probably going to get a Team of the Season Savage, right guys? Anyways, kind of cool that one that got built. Yeah, someone like Vieira would be a waste. I think someone like Charlie Crew would be a waste as well. I don't know. Would this make him better at defending? With the dribbling and the balance and all that stuff? Let's see. So he gets +4 pace, +6 agility, gets a +2 on his weak foot. Shooting doesn't really matter, but his passing goes up nicely. Reactions go to 90. That's pretty good. Composure goes to 92. So 4-star, 5-star. Box to box maybe would be kind of good. It's funny, I don't know if I have a single player that looks amazing. Like, he's got some pretty sweet stats, but the problem is his defending at this point in the game isn't good enough to really be a starter DM. And I mean, I'm not going to really use him anywhere else. So not great. Not great. I think Alphonso Davies for a bit of fun would probably be the one to do. You know, a box-to-box Fonzie could be great. I mean, I'm sure Vieira would get a nice... Yeah, would get some nice boosts, but honestly, if I could have done him for free. Again, Guti probably going to look like an absolute boss. Kind of mad I haven't really built this Guti card properly. I think I'm going to do Alphonso Davies, guys. I think I'm going to do Alphonso. think Sinclair would be a waste. Actually, no. Really wouldn't be a waste. Especially as a playmaker plus. 5-star, 5-star. No, 4-star, 5-star. I have time. I got 13 days. If I don't pack a team of the season Alfonso, I might put Alfonso. If I pack team of the season Alfonso, I might give it to Sinclair or Millie Savage. I think those two look real good. Yeah. Well, that's a good one. I would say they're back to releasing good Evos. They didn't release anything else, did they? No. And I think for this one, we said we were going to do Tyjon, right? Look at this Tyjon card. What the fuck? He looks crazy. Wingback plus is just the perfect card. What a card, man. With an anchor? Oh my days. 99 shot power as well. I would say maybe his playstyles are a little bit weird, but not too bad. It's more so the Relentless is kind of useless. If only I could replace the Relentless with like an Anticipate or even a Whipped Pass Plus or something. Otherwise. But I believe he started with a Relentless, right? Yeah. So this card was kind of ruined from the beginning. Oh, Rafi. First Touch, Trickster, and Tiki Taka is kind of a fun Evo a fun playstyle combo. Inside forward plus at right mid. That's kind of sick. Got finesse and power shot. I have so many good versions of Rafinha though. Another beast version, but I still think the 94 from Team of the Year is better. Okay. All right, let's go have a look at SBCs, and then we gotta yeet some packs, boys. Did we get anything new in objectives? It's Monday. We got that a couple of days ago. Weekly play for today is what? Bundesliga Team of the Season pack. Perfect. There'll be an Alphonso Davies in that one, I hope. I think we're one short on the daily play, but that's okay. Not too worried about that. Don't really make up for that today, hopefully. Thank you again, Fahad. Appreciate you so much, man. Thank you for the 40 months. Much love, brother. Nice to have you back. Okay, so storing that. So no new objectives. Let's see what they've given us for Monday for upgrade SBCs. Hopefully there's something fun in there. As always, when your daily hits, make sure you do it, boys. Yeah? Don't forget. I've missed a few of these through the years. I know Zway makes basically a habit of missing his dailies. So, gotta make sure you do it. I love this game. Has my game crashed? All right, just randomly from an SBC. All right, cool. Let's restart, guys. Amazing, amazing. Well, the content seems to be fixed slightly today. We'll see what the SBCs are that they gave us, but the game itself is not fixed. All the same issues that have been plaguing PC, man, have been going on for 8 months. Skipped over the cup. I'll go look at the cup. I'll go look at the cup. That was yesterday though, right? So I mean, it's not like anybody cares for my reaction to it. I think they've already seen the content, haven't they? Amen. Brandon, LOFC Gaming, thank you guys so much, man. And Luick, thank you guys for the resubs. Of course, Fahad, your resub's going to be popping up any second now too. Thanks, guys.
Bless you, Habibi.
Much love, Habibi. Much love, my dude. Remind me, I got to call my Jido today. How he's doing. Yeah, I'll hit him up. I'll hit him up tonight.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Mm-mm. Yeah. Super exciting.
Fuck off!
Oh my good god.
Fucking stinking fucking Canadians!
As a tier 3 golden goose holder, I feel I need to pass on some knowledge to you tier 1 plebs. It only takes one wipe to know it will take another 27, but it takes 2 wipes to know 2 was too many. Keep it up, Nick. N28 greedy goose and 28.
You carry the 2 and then divide by 12 and then add the 27 and then remove the factor of 4. That's true. That's a true statement. He's not wrong. Thank you, dude. Appreciate the $25 a month, 98-month resub. God bless. Is it live? Is that the one? There we go. 87 by 5. The Bundesliga Cup gets you an 82 by 5 for a win, 82 by 5 for 2 wins, 83 by 3 for 3 wins, 83 by 5 for 4 wins, 83 by 5 for 5 wins, 83 by 7 for 6 wins, 84 by 4 for 7 wins, 84 by 5 for 8 wins. 9 wins gets you a Gabriel Sara. Okay, pretty dead card. 10 wins gets you 85 by 2. A +1 boost to all stats. With a max of 93. Oh, team of the season player item, for fuck's sake. Wait, can I make a player team of the season and then Evo him maybe? This could be cool depending on the restrictions, I guess. Fudala for 12 wins. Don't even know who the hell that is. Okay. 86 by 3. Holy shit, there's a lot of wins required here. 86 by 3 for 13. 14 is an 86 by 3. 16 is an 87 by 3. 17 is an 86 by 7. Oh, damn. What the hell? 18 wins. A 95 Xavi Simmons. They put him in a cup. That's kind of sick. Five-star 5. Oh, I want this card. God damn it. The shooting is kind of dog shit, though. That's weird. It's weird. The shooting is only 90. For a 95 rated attacking minded player during team of the season? Huh. Really nice card though.
Hey man.
Looking fresh today, Uncle Nick. Happy sub-adversary. Can I suckle your candy maple bits?
Nope. Thank you for the 31 months, CLH94. Appreciate you, man. Damn, man, I want this card, dude. We're gonna have to play the Bundesliga Cup. 18 wins. So is it just golden goal? Like unlimited wins or what? 5. We're gonna have to put a grind in to get 18 wins, man. If I'm playing golden goal, it's gonna take me like 50 games. It's max chem mode. Ugh. 25 games a day? Is it 25 games a day? No golden goal, it's max chem. And 25 games only. No, you guys are dumb. Dude, it's team of the season, man. There's no way. There's no way they would do that. You guys misunderstood, for sure. It's probably refreshed per day. Nah, chat being stupid, yeah? Where is it? 87 rated, bronze 0. 94 or higher 0. 92 or higher 5. Wait, you need 7 team of the seasons? Hopefully Evos count. Wait, you need 7 team of the seasons? But the max rating is 87, but you can only use 5 92s or overall. What? Okay. Oh, it's out for 4 days. 20, it is only 25 matches, bro. What the fuck? It's team of the season, man. It's max chemistry is whatever. I mean, I don't really care. That's fine. You can use players wherever you want on full cam. Cool. More importantly, though, 25 games? Dude, we already have champs and elite rivals as like the ultra sweat experience in the game. The irony is, I do not hate the idea of really competitive, like win required rewards. I just feel like they should be putting that, I guess if they put it in champs, then people will complain that they can't even qualify for champs, so they can't get a red chavi. Like in previous years, we used to get these types of chavis as red rewards in champs. That's when I would compete for the red Nabil Fekir and all those things, right? But I guess because so many people bitched and moaned that they can't even qualify in champs, they now put all the hyper competitive stuff in friendlies, which is supposed to be a friendly mode. It's only 74% win rate. I love how Raw B is probably like a Division 8 player saying it's only 74% win. Brother, I guarantee you some like pro level players, depending on how unlucky they get with matchmaking, will not get this chavi. I don't know how people can be so clueless as to how insanely hard this is. Like I said, I don't dislike the idea of like having to get a really good win record to get a really good card. But two things. These are friendlies, so I think they should rethink this concept and maybe put it back into rivals or champs. Or I feel like you almost got to make the card better. I don't even know if that Xavi, I am biased because I want that Xavi. But I don't really find him to be that great of a card. His shooting is bang average, man. My Willy Nonto is already the same type of card, and he's 90 rated. Oh, bro, I'd be lucky to get 10 to 15 wins. I don't even think I'll be able to get that, what is it called? I was thinking what would be cool would be to unlock the... Let me have a look. It is... Where is it? Depending on the limitations, I mean, for God's sake, I hope I get 11 wins. This one, yeah. A +1 boost to all stats, but it has to be a 93 max overall. So I could make Strike better. Ooh, exciting. I could make my purple Strike better, couldn't I? A +1 on all stats. So I could make Strike a 94, right? Yeah, I think I need to do this, guys. I think I need to do this. Or fuck, I might not even get 11 wins now. Can I make my Strike a 94? Yeah. I believe I can. I believe I can. So that's all around a win, for sure. Okay, we got to do that one then, guys. As much as I don't want to, we got to do it. We got to do it. I'm not worried about Xavi Simons. I would really like to get him, but I'm not good enough, guys. I'm not good enough. There's zero chance. I'm a rank 3 player and got 18 and 7. Okay. He's GG. Okay. You guys ready for the are you guys ready for the squad battle rewards? Imagine I didn't get the rewards. I'm pretty sure we got it. Yeah, there we go. GG's. Oh, we even held it. Wow, not a lot of people played the game or what this week? I held Elite 1. I thought for sure I was worried we'd maybe drop to Elite 3. Nice. Okay, hell yeah. Okay. This is the final chance at Tanaka, boys. The final one. Please, God. Habibi, if the pack gods are out there and they don't completely hate me, please, God, let this be where we get a Tanaka. Elite 1 SB rewards. rewards equals final chance at team of the season. Oops. Oh my god, I can't type. Girls scream incoming? God, I hope so. God, I hope so. This is, realistically, guys, this is our last chance at Tanaka, right? There's no way from Rivals rewards, because it's any team of the season. There's no way an impossible to pack 96 Tanaka comes out of those packs. This is realistically the last chance. I mean, we went 7 days, anywhere from 3 to 6 hours a day, exclusively grinding packs and menus during the Prem and Leeds team of the season players in packs. I didn't pack a single Leeds team of the season. Not a 15k Pascal Stroik, not a 30k Dan James, not even a 100k 95 Junior Firpo, and obviously not a 96 Tanaka. So I don't think I have another chance other than packing him right here, right now. So fingers crossed. The 20,000 coins is, I need that more than anything. We got a Premier League or WSL Team of the Season player pack, which is disappointing. I kind of, oh, my game crashed again. No way it crashed. On this screen? Are you joking? Oh no, we're back. All right, boys. Come on. Purple, strike! Well, why did I expect anything, man? I'm such an idiot. Comes down to this, boys. Comes down to this. Can you imagine a Tanaka pops here?
I'm so sorry. I yelled, I raised my voice.
Ovi, the timing, brother. The timing, my dude. My last chance to try and pack a team of the season Tanaka. And I didn't, again. How have I not packed a Leeds team of the season player, man? This is so crazy. Thank you for the raid. Can we shout out, I think, hold on. I have to shout out Ovi. Hold on. I don't have mods. Shout out OVFC. There we go. Give that cutie a follow directly from the stream chat. That should work. Yep, there we go. Show him some love in the chat, boys. Hit him up with a follow. Thank you for the raid. Welcome to your community. Unfortunately, we are opening our last set of rewards to try and pack a Leeds player, and well, unfortunately, my dear friends, we got cooked here. We got cooked. We do have some other packs, but there's not going to be a Leeds player in there, is there? So we got a Premier. I don't care. There could be the best player in here. I don't care. Oh. Well, if you're a Nottingham Forest fan, you're happy. Yeah, anyways. Still have a chance through the any team of the seasons? Yeah, but dude, if I can't pack a actual championship specific, like if I can't pack a Leeds player from a championship specific pack, there's no chance I'm gonna pack a Leeds player from like a random team of the season pack. It just ain't gonna happen. It just ain't gonna happen. Yeah, the last hope maybe is if Tanaka gets into the ultimate team of the season. Exactly. That's the last hope I have, boys. That's all we got. We're able to afford the other players, so we bought all the other Leeds players, but Tanaka's 1,000,000 coins still. I can't even do all the evos right now. I'm not really grinding this game anymore, so I'm not generating coins the way I normally would on an RTG. You know, when you spend 1 to 2 hours a day on the game, you're not going to really generate infinite hundreds of thousands of coins. But that's kind of been my interaction this year on the game since Team of the Year. Is I put in a little bit of time, but not a lot. 1 to 3 hours a day since Team of the Year is all we've really been doing. It keeps the game going, it keeps the grind going, but the one thing that falls off is the coin generation. Unless I get really, really lucky. Yuppie, thank you for the 72 months with Prime. I appreciate you, dude. Again, Active Rage, 105 months on the resub. Thank you. Thanks, guys. At least you guys are showing some support and some love, because EA absolutely are not. How much he sells, but we sell. I'm assuming these don't go for anything. These all sell. The anchor is pretty much 5K, which is crazy. Only reason I wish you're on console is Tanaka's 800K. I have 190K, bro. It doesn't change the fact that I wouldn't be able to buy him. Unfortunately, he is unaffordable. No matter what platform I'm on. Okay, well, we might as well just get all these reward packs at the same time done. There you go. Just getting cooked by our terrible luck. We got Amaranth, aka Chani. Missed SBCs if you didn't realize. Yeah, I have to look at the upgrades. I kind of wanted to get the rewards open first. We'll look at the upgrades in a second here. Kind of wanted to do a little bit of a pack spam for the 6 p.m. content enjoyers who subsequently aren't getting the review of 6 p.m. content, but nevertheless. I'm assuming it's some dead player picks. Because I feel like the chat would be freaking out if it was actually good upgrades. Oh, wait, no. Do we get the... Please tell me we got the 20... You know what? Let me go look at that. Let me go look at content. Let me go look at content. We're going to be opening packs all day. Let me go look at content here. Upgrades. The Encore icon player. EA can eat shit with that. Grinding upgrade. Team of the weeks. Okay, this is just all refresh stuff. Season crafting. Here we go. Premium. All right, I'll be doing these. So again, am I putting my rares in? I'm putting my rares into the 25k Bundesliga pack. And then do I put most of my non-rares plus a couple of rares back into the 77x5 again? I've been doing a lot of the 77x2 Bundesliga packs, and they haven't done anything, man. Pleb alert. Well, hey, man, whatever team you decide to bat for, you're welcome here and you will be loved here. No worries, man. If a clean-shaven streamer makes your pee-pee tingle, then that's fine. At least you know your truth now, right? And then get any players today? These are all old AF. Sato. Rick Van Drongelen. Who the fuck is that guy? 90 rated is just so ass. But again, it's because you can then put him into pay money to put him into an Evo. I called this months ago. but they're just continuously doing this. Releasing Evos or SBCs, or sorry, SBCs and objective players that are a low rating so that you're likely to then spend more money and put them into, with FC points or your coins, put them into some sort of Evo. When was Kim and Jay released? I feel like that was maybe yesterday. Oh, Zway's got to be happy about that one. Kim Min Bae with an anchor looks pretty good. His dribbling's dog shit too, but has good playstyles. That's a nice card, man. I'm assuming he's expensive or what? What in the fuck? Wait, they release a 900k icon SBC, but then they release this Kim Min Jae or Kim Min Bae or whatever his name is. That's nice and cheap too. Okay. Sesko. Oh, that's today. 92 rated Sesko. For what rating, though? Okay. Not bad. You don't really need ratings anymore, so I just would only do this if you actually cared about them. Right? You wanted them for your Red Bull team. You wanted them for your Slovenian team, maybe. Low-driven tech. This is a weird card. Big boy, too. Big boy, too. God damn, this guy might be an actual threat. The thing is it's impossible to head the ball in the net anyway, so even with all those stats and playstyles and roles, I bet you he still can't score a header to save his life. Okay. All right, now we can kind of refocus back on pack spamming, can't we? Let's do it. A lot of low-rated SBCs are decent for me in the cup. True. Again, if you don't Evo them, you can use them in the cup. Makes sense. How's Frimpong? I like him a lot.
Good evening.
Capite in Graph Tack. Thank you for the 32 months, Habibi. Appreciate it. Yeah, Frimpong is super good. Super bon. Super bien? Bon? I don't know. One of the two. Man, I'm so sick today, chat. My wife and kids have spent the last 3-4 days being so sick, and I've been like dodging getting sick, and they spent the last even 4 or 5 days coughing and sneezing all over me, and I'm just like, oh my god, you know, with all this infinite spit all over you that you're just gonna get sick. And yesterday I woke up, I'm like, god damn it! Fucking sore throat and everything, so annoying. So wake up today, even worse. Even worse. But anyways, I still got my ass to the gym. Went to the gym at 6:45 and was there till about 8:30. I would be lying if I said it made me feel better. It didn't, but I'm glad I went. Got a heavy chest day in, good triceps lift. All the bench presses were taken though, unfortunately, so I had to do free weight for like my super heavy lifts, but whatever, something different, shock the muscle in a different way. Cornolio, good luck on the free sub request, my man. I've lost everything on Tarkov and I finally got the 200k. Cornolio, if you're here a little bit later, I'm gonna bring back predictions in Tarkov today because we have a lot of PvP to do today on Lighthouse and on Reserve. So was my friend there? No, I'm back to going in the morning now, and he's not there anymore. But dude, I switched it up because usually when I go in the morning, I leave the house at 5:45, I get there at 6, and I go from like 6 till 7:30, and there's no one. By about 7:15ish, it kind of starts getting busy. The problem with that, Jacob gifted a sub to Cornolio. The problem with that, though, is I get up so early and I'm unfed and I'm exhausted and I'm uncaffeinated, and the lifts are a way bigger struggle, right? When you want to lift really heavy compound shit, it sucks. Being dehydrated as well, because obviously you wake up after 8-9 hours of not drinking, so not only are you not fed, you're not caffeinated, you're super dehydrated, and now I'm in the gym trying to like max out bench PR and stuff like that. So anyways, what I decided this week is I'm still gonna go in the morning, but I'm gonna get up early. So I got up at 5:30 a.m. I made myself like a breakfast protein shake and that type of stuff. I had that, and then I had one coffee. And then I decided to leave the house at 6:45. So I was up for an hour, got, what would you call that? Got hydrated, got caffeinated, and had an early day meal, and the lift was way better today. And it was way less shit, man. Just 1 hour makes a big difference. So instead of starting the lift at 6 a.m., I'm starting the lift at 7 a.m., and it's better. However, the downside is, at 7 a.m., the gym is so fucking busy. I think with all the 9-to-5ers, man. Dude, from the entire lift, it was chaos. From 7 till 8:30, there was like 100 people in the gym on top of each other. Which was terrible. So, it's funny. It's like there's benefits and advantages to every different time of day to go. The best time of day to go if you want an empty gym is really early morning. The best time of day to go for like a strong lift, in my opinion, is early afternoon.
63 months, baby.
But the best mix of the two is probably the time I went today. You know, 7 a.m. is a good time. So I'm gonna try for the next couple of weeks to keep up with the 7 to 9 a.m. gym lifts and see how they go. Maybe today was just because it's a Monday was extra busy. Anyways, Rowan, I appreciate you, my man. Thank you for the 63. Much love. Are we ready for this Bundesliga pack, guys? Are we ready for this Bundesliga pack? Well, that's not fun. Did I just get Amaranth again? Cool. I prefer mornings. I think it depends a lot on the type of lifting you're doing. If I'm not going for like max weight, like really, really crushing my endocrine system and my entire, you know, whatever you call that, my nervous system with like insane heavy lifts to complete failure where I'm basically blowing my brains out, then yeah, early morning is fine. Like, you know, heavy cardio minded stuff, whatever. I think that's all good. But dude, these like heavy lifts, man, like heavy proper lifts where you want to move weight, build thick, dense muscle, etc. with good form and whatever, right? It's just hard to do it unfed and uncaffeinated, I think. Everyone's different and that's cool. But for me, I found it very, very tough, man. Very, very tough. I think the dream when I retire will be like, I'll get up and do early morning cardio, like go for a run, a hike, a walk with Steph. And then later on in the afternoon, when I'm done working on my car or done like doing some stuff around the house, probably at like noon or 1 p.m. is when I'll go to the gym. Noon or 1 p.m. will be like my heavy compound lifts and whatnot. So I'm excited about that. Retirement era Nick 2018 is going to just be an absolute beast. I think that'll be like the perfect setup. Storm Nation, thank you for the 34. Thank you so much. Sometimes go to the gym on my lunch break. When I was working before streaming, you know, I guess at this point, 13 years ago, 14 years ago, when I was working in downtown Vancouver at a big software company doing marketing and whatnot, they had a huge gym. And me and a couple of the dudes would go like to have our lunch break in the gym. We'd basically eat at our desk after we were done working out type of thing. So we do the thing, whatever, you have coffee break, whatever. And then at noon, from noon to 1, we'd lift in the gym and then, you know, we'd have a quick shower, be back. I don't know, I cheated the time clock a little bit, but we'd be back at our desk by, let's say, 1:15. And then I would just have my food while, you know, whatever, doing whatever work was to be done. And that was pretty great. Did you shower together? No, they're individual showers. Have I packed anything out of the 77x5 packs? Oh yeah, tons of stuff. Tons of stuff. Tons of stuff. Before likes the idea of showering together. Let's go, let's go. Did you want to? Did I want to what? Work out at lunch? No, but that was the... Dude, it was an hour and a half commute into downtown Vancouver in the morning. I started work at 7 a.m. So I would like leave the house at 5:30 a.m. I'd get there at 7 a.m. And the idea of working until 3:30 or 4 and then working out in the gym to then drive home for 2 hours in heavy traffic was a terrible idea. Just because I wanted to like have an hour lunch where I sat on my ass and ate food. So it just worked out for me with my 9 to 5, what you'd call like a job, 9 to 5. It just worked out where I toughed it out and worked out at lunch. It was just way better. Because again, get up early, get to the office early, 7 a.m. to noon, I'm working, I'm grinding. I have a couple of pre-workout meals, right? Because again, I'm in an office, so I've got whatever, an oven or whatever. So we'd have like, me and my buddies would make overnight oats before we'd leave the office the previous day. I had a lot of like power lifters that worked in the gym, in the marketing department with me and stuff. So we'd make like overnight oats. And so you'd get into the office the next day and your overnight oats in a crock pot were cooking up and whatever. And we had a designation of a guy. Each week, one person would be tasked with cleaning out the crock pot and then setting it up before he left for work the next day, right? So every week we'd change it. And so yeah, I'd have like overnight oats and then I'd have some protein shake or whatever. And then again, we'd get in the gym by noon, we'd lift until 1. And then the beauty is because I started so early, by the time I'm done my lift and I'm back on my desk at 1:15 to eat my lunch and finish up my work, I got like 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours of work with meetings and shit left. And I'd be the fuck out of there at 3:30 at the latest so I could get on the highway and basically avoid all of the evening traffic. So my commute home, instead of being 2 hours, would be like 45 minutes. It was perfect. It was great. So I don't really buy the whole like 9 to 5 guys not being able to lift and do stuff, right? I was lucky enough that in this particular company, they had a gym that we worked out in. It wasn't a perfect gym. It was just a gym. And we all made do with it, and it was great. It was absolutely great. I'm currently eating a double chunk cookie after a workout. Hey man, whatever tickles your pickle, brother. I don't know what you're trying to achieve, but you're letting me know, so I think you're very proud of yourself. So enjoy the double chunk chocolate chip cookie. Yeah, Belms, it's the worst, man. Vancouver might be the most disgusting city on earth in terms of traffic management. It's a disgrace. The fact that you have to get off the highway 30 blocks away from the downtown core, like you have to travel 30 or more blocks through residential streets and neighborhoods to get into the downtown core is the most fucking moronic thing on earth. The worst planned, built city on planet Earth is Vancouver. Absolutely the worst. I did that, dude, for 3 years, and by the end of it, I was like, man, I need to start my own business. I don't care if I take my great salary and bring it down to 10% of what I used to make. I'd rather make 10% of what I used to make working from home and running my own stuff than make the 100% I'm making with 3 hours a day of commute. And I'm so glad I did, man. I'm so glad I did. Obviously, I never knew streaming and doing this as a job would take off the way it did 13 years ago to now, but it absolutely, what do you call that? Superseded any expectation I could have ever had in my entire life. Yeah, it's rough, Josh. It's rough for sure, brother. You know what? We all got to put in our graft, right? I get it. But for me, I had to make a change, man. Like the commute, either I had to take a big, huge risk and start my own companies to not have to take a commute in, or I would have had to like find a job closer to home or find a worse paying job farther from home that I can afford to move to. Because the one thing I realized, man, is like the 3 hours a day of commuting is the just shittiest thing ever, man. You're adding an extra 15 to 20 hours of work a week sitting in traffic. Realistically, this is going to be cringe to say, but realistically risking your life, man. Like, especially at the end of a long 8 or 10 hour workday, like driving home in crazy traffic with semi-trucks blowing through lights and shit like that. And, oh. Fuck that, man. God bless any of my homies doing that still, dude. Incredible. Like, I got cousins and family friends that are still in, you know, in marketing and in business and law and stockbroking and all this stuff. Dude, their commutes into downtown, they've been doing it for 20 years. Crazy. Yeah. Bong Rod, the commute is absolutely a killer, man. And it's what I don't understand too, like the whole concept of companies trying to push everyone back into the office when remote work is such an easy thing. I truly think Western society is its own worst enemy though. Don't you think, chat? I think because of COVID, everyone had this amazing thing where most business jobs, the jobs that I'm talking about that I had, the 9-to-5s, the corporate jobs, whatever, a good 98% of those could have permanently become stay-at-home jobs for everybody. But these fucking lazy, good-for-nothing losers, no offense, because I know there's probably a lot of people even listening to this that probably participated a little bit in this, but nevertheless, the people that fucked around and barely did any work would have like setups on their PCs where it would load them into work and they'd have mouse triggers that would move around, so they basically didn't do anything for years at a time. It fucked it for everyone, man. It fucked it for everyone. Like, I know a lot of guys in high C-suite levels, and half the reason why they force people back to work is because most people, not all, but most people were bullshitting around constantly. And that screwed it for everyone. Steersy, thank you for the 5, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for the primer. I'm in IT and mine became permanent from home. Can't be happier. Fuck yeah, dude. Honestly, man, I don't know where the IT sector is going, Palermo. We've talked, you probably were here when I've talked about this, but when I was in the business world, I was always so fucking jealous of the IT guys. And I knew for a fact that I got into the wrong industry and the wrong part of the industry. I was meant to be an IT guy. Not that I'm smart with like computers and whatnot. I could learn that very easily. But the vibes, the life, dude, the lower level, like the huge software company that I was in, right? For lack of giving away too much of my past life information, I worked in one of the biggest software companies in the world. And the downtown Vancouver campus and office, like I said, had a gym and whatever, but I was infinitely jealous of the IT guys, man. First floor IT guys, bro, they fucking rocked in whenever they wanted to. They basically were just given tasks to do and kind of keep everything afloat for everyone, you know, the usual, like, oh, my PC isn't turning on, and some fucking guy in sandals would come up and roll his eyes at you and press 2 buttons and then your PC would work. But anyways, the way they got to, like, they didn't have to wear business attire. They had fucking huge beards if they wanted to. Like, it was, as a relatively introverted guy, I was like, man, I fucked up not getting into IT. They're all cool. They all loved soccer as well. So again, being in Canada, like the Champions League is always at like 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. or 2 p.m., right? So kind of in the middle of the workday. So I'd go down in the office on a Tuesday or Wednesday to get something from the IT guys, and all of their screens had Champions League football on, and they're all sitting there like eating pizza and doing, like, what the fuck is this, man? You guys are all making as much as I am or more. I'm fucking sitting here losing my hair, stressing out about this marketing department, this stupid fucking team of mine not doing any work and whatever. And meanwhile, fucking the whole IT department, man, all making like 200 grand, 300 grand. They're all just sitting there chilling, fucking the best, dude. The best. The absolute best. So anyways, the lead up to the next point I was going to make for Palermo is I am scared for all my IT guy homies because, dude, the things I'm hearing from the business world is like the first things that are starting to get completely axed out are IT. The way AI is going, the way software and the integration of AI and whatever, it's freaking me out for all of like my high level, you know, let's say part of that industry, like the IT industry in general, right? And management and all that. Like, it just seems like so much of that is going away. Because what I wanted to say to like my son is like, if he didn't know what to do, if he doesn't want to get into the trades and work with his hands, I was like, brother, the IT feels like the place to go, and I want to explain to Ethan about that. He's more of a people person than I am, so I don't know if IT would be for him, but I don't. He doesn't really use his hands. He's not into, like, when I was a kid, I was building cars, I was breaking bikes apart and building them and learning them. So like, I don't know if my son would want to get into trades either. He's just very much 100% soccer focused, and that's it. He's got, like, you know, nothing else really that he cares about. Well, nowadays in Canada and the West Coast, for sure, trades is the way to go. Like, if my son is a bit lost and doesn't know if he wants to do uni, I'll show him the options and whatnot for trade, for sure. Yeah, carpentry, plumbing, dude, electrical. The Sparkies out here, man, dude, oh my god. They've got it freaking made. They've got it made. I would love, obviously, my son to get into the car industry, but again, I know for a fact that's not him. And again, I mean, if he says he wants to, obviously I'll support it, but I just know from, like, mannerisms, and again, he couldn't care less about cars, couldn't care less about building bikes or taking things apart. I'm like, usually by a young teenager, you know whether or not your kid kind of has that interest. Like, me as a 13-year-old, I'm not kidding. Not only was I obsessed with cars, but I used to print out, what are those books back in the day, before the internet really, that would basically have the complete ins and out of taking a car apart. There's a name for these books. Like, I would buy certain Volkswagen, like, blue book, appendix books or whatever, and it would be like a Bible. Haynes manuals. Thank you, Rainer. Exactly that. I would buy, at 13 or 14 years old, I would disappoint my dad so much, because instead of studying at 13 or 14 to become a doctor or whatever, I was obsessed with buying, like, Haynes manuals of cars I was interested in and, like, reading through a full hyper detailed explanation of how the motor comes apart and, you know, what rod bearings and whatever you're doing. And, like, I love that shit, dude. To me, that was, like, almost as exciting reading as reading Lord of the Rings. I was obsessed with that stuff. Whereas, like, my son doesn't give a fuck about any of that. He doesn't care at all. Yeah, Haynes manuals. That's exactly what they were. Yeah, they were great. So good. Trying to move into the electrical field. Nice. Hell yeah, bro. Man, these team of the seasons aren't popping, eh? Start working as early as possible. Yeah, I mean, look, we have our kids doing stuff, Adam, around the house as well to gain some knowledge and understanding of being part of a tribe and stuff. Like, we do not try to not overly baby our kids and do everything for them. Like, you know, my kids, when we eat and cook, they help us cook. When we're finished eating, we all clear the table. You know, I'll do the washing. Steph does it's just kind of naturally how it's happened. But the last 3-4 years, like, I'll do the washing. Steph will kind of be doing the organizing of where to put things and prep stuff for lunches for the next day. And then the kids are drying and putting dishes away. So we've established that from the beginning, right? The kids have chores, certain things to do around the house, which they pretty much never do unless we remind them to. But nevertheless, we've started them on that stuff. I don't know about, like, actually working. Like, if Ethan at an age when he's, you know, 15 or 16 or whatever and wants to get a certain type of job, I'm not going to say no. If that's what he wants. I started working at 15 at a gas station because I wanted to get a bit of independence from my dad and my mom and whatever to start making my own money. But that's going to be up to him, right? I just want them to basically learn and understand the value of money more than anything, right? And they do. They definitely do. They do. They're super good. Like, they're not they're not like most kids, man. And I'm sure every parent says that, but as of right now, 11 and 13, I think we're probably a year or two away from really understanding how much they'll be influenced by media, money, greed, etc., right? Buying shoes, caring about your look and that stuff. I think we're probably still a few years away from that. We'll see. I'm hoping it kind of stays the same. All right, we got another set of things to grind, boys. Did you ever play Skyrim on stream? I already have. Early part of my streams were on Skyrim, actually, after we played Ultimate Team. I've always had a second game after Ultimate Team. But, you know, early days it would have been Skyrim, it would have been H1Z1. You know, even in the early days, I remember Nep trying to get me into Minecraft and whatnot, but that never really stuck. Glad my parents let me focus on sports and education instead of having to work. Like I said, it's really what he wants, right? Like right now, like my son specifically has a dream of becoming a soccer player, or at least getting really far in like D1 collegiate level, you know, American soccer, and seeing where that takes him. And I'm going to support him. As long as he's working really hard and dedicated to his craft, and he, you know, he is passionate about it, whether that's schoolwork or like a sport, maybe track and field, whatever, he's insane. Like the thing is Ethan has the craziest stamina and ability to run long distances. Like even when he was in the 6th grade, he just was playing soccer, but would go to like track meets and he would murder everybody. Obviously, figuratively, in terms of the distances running and completing super long distances ahead of like grade 8s, like actual men. Like once you hit grade 8 or 9, you're like hitting puberty, and but he was cooking everybody. That was a year and a half ago. So I mean, again, very recently, they just begged him to like join a track meet and basically do like a 2-hour pacing run through a certain area, and he beat everybody again. And again, like older kids. So he's got like a lot of things that he could be good at, and I'll always support that for sure. But if he gets to a certain age and says like, I'd like to try and get a job, I'm not going to say no. I think when you get a job at a younger age, at least for me, it really made me realize like, holy shit, I need to make sure I still do well in school. Now that is horrible to say. I think you guys know what I'm getting at. It's not nice to say because I understand there's millions of people that work menial jobs at gas stations or at Walmart or at McDonald's or, you know, on construction sites as helpers, not necessarily tradesmen. For me, and I know it's shitty to say, but for me, I had a bigger dream for myself. It's funny that I fucking play video games for a living now, but anyways, I had a bigger dream for myself even when I was younger, where I was like, I would finish working at the movie theater, or I'd finish working at the gas station and be like, fuck man, I gotta make sure I get my, like, I keep my grades going. I gotta make sure I get into a good college. Like, I can't do this my whole life. There's no way. I can't. And maybe not everyone's like that. And like I said, maybe that was super vain of me as a young kid to think about, but I was really grateful to have those early jobs because it did keep me focused on like making sure I chased certain passions, cars and car building and soccer and sports and whatnot, but also kept me kind of focused even on the stuff I didn't really want to do, which was like get decent grades, you know, get into to medical school, dental school, etc., right? The sciences specifically for uni. And it definitely kept me on task. I think a lot of teenagers nowadays are very lost. Very, very lost. Their parents coddle them too much, give them too much, don't require them to take on any difficulties, and then they get to like 15, 16, 17, 18, and they're just fucking lost. They don't do anything difficult, whether it's sports or schoolwork or scholastics or whatever, and they just fall into this infinite doom loop of, you know, addiction and social media addiction and all this fucked up shit. And people in general, boys, I would say in general, you gotta struggle, man. You gotta understand the meaning of hard work and whatnot. Again, ironic coming from me as a 39-year-old now, and I sit on my ass and play a video game for a living, but I went through all of that stuff, right? That's kind of helped me get to this point here. No, you didn't miss much, Gulls. Honestly, you didn't miss much, bro. You did not miss much, my man. You know, one thing I want to say, this is a complete shift of topic, but one thing I want to say, you know what I found annoying with EA for Team of the Season as well? Is this idea that they don't really make the grind fun. So what does Nick 2018 mean by that? I mean by the fact that we have now Bundesliga 25k packs, which you can get rid of your rares in and just not think about it. Throw all your rares into the 25k Bundesliga packs, you get 3 rares and 8 non-rares or whatever it is. but they do not give you somewhere to just put non-rares. Like, come on, man. Again, it's fucking goddamn May. It's the Bundesliga team of the season. Can you not at the very least give me a 25k Bundesliga pack for my rares? And they did it during Team of the Year. And give me a 3-player, 1 rare, 2 non-rare pack for the Bundesliga for my non-rares. Like, just that alone would be a slight uptick in the joy of this grind. Now I gotta sit here and fucking put all my rares into the Bundesliga. That gets me like 5 or 10 packs in a day, right? Or 20 packs in a day. Then I gotta take all my non-rares and put them into what? A 77x5? Where I then have to go buy 2 rares every single one I do. It's fucking irritating, man. I hate it. It's so annoying. Or how do you get non-rares and rares? I mean, you get non-rares and rares from this. You get non-rares and rares from doing the silvers and you putting the silvers into the 25k regular packs. And doing the 83x10s, right? And the 83x14s. Getting the rares and the non-rares is easy, I think, personally, with what they've given us. But the fact that there's no fundamental place to put non-rares just for something remotely small back that's easy to grind, it's so stupid. It's so annoying. And it's all on purpose. It's all by design. That's what makes me so mad, is that it is all by design, that they make the menu grind very unenjoyable. And all they have to do to bring back just a little bit of joy of easy grind, you still have to put effort in, but easy grind is you just give us somewhere to put our non-rares, for the love of God, man. Oh, but Nick, put your non-rares into 2 rare gold player packs. Are you fucking kidding? It's May. It's been 8 months or 7 months since this game's been out. Are we really seriously trying to say we should be putting our non-rares into 2 rare gold player packs? Like, what are we doing? It probably still is the most sensible thing to do, but good God. That's so boring. Oh, wait. I'm not doing golds. I'm doing silvers, right? What am I doing? BPM time? No chance, brothers. Are we serious? BPM to silvers to golds to rare golds? Fuck that, bro. Again, that was barely worth it 5 years ago when the menus were a lot more limited. Even back then, it was not worth doing beyond the first 2 to 3 months of the game. Now, it's absolutely not worth doing. Did I see the Classico? Me and Ethan watched the highlights, yeah. Rafi, boys. Give him the Ballon d'Or. I don't know how many times I've needed to say it this year, but give him the goddamn Ballon d'Or. Isn't it crazy, too? Like, a subplot is Kylian Mbappe, in his worst ever season, is still going to outscore Lewandowski, who apparently is having the best season ever and is the best player ever, or what so many people are trying to say. And Mbappe, in his quote-unquote worst ever season, is still going to potentially outscore him. Crazy. I think Dembouz can win it if he wins the UCL or treble. I mean, he would definitely go bump up ahead in the conversation for sure. Can PSG win the treble? I know they've won the league, and obviously they're potentially en route to winning the Champions League. But it's just Rafi's numbers are so much better, so much better. And I mean, again, is it only down to rewards, like team rewards? No, right? Player rewards are and achievements are number 1. Then what they achieve with their team is number 2. And then how they are on and off the pitch as a person is number 3. They've already said that, right? Salah is not clear. Salah is not clear at all. Where was Salah in all the Champions League games when he was needed, right? Like, barring a freaking miracle as well, Barca, like, with Lamine smacking the post and whatever. Like, Rafi still showed up and scored during the semifinals, right? Got assists during the semifinals. Like, crazy game. I still selfishly wish it was PSG versus Barca. I think as a football fan, that would have been the sickest final we've seen in a very long time. I won't be doing the 93 plus pick. Absolutely not. No. There's 0.0% chance that I do that. Hell no. Did I? Hell no. It's based off of the season. As far as I know, so people are voting and giving me their thoughts on who should be in the Ballon d'Or, and they don't even know what the parameters for voting is. It's been 2 years or 3 years now where it's based off of the season performance, not the calendar year. That's unless they've changed it this year again. But the new 2 to 3 year ago changes is now a calendar, like it's a season. As far as I know. No, it was a calendar year. You're understanding opposite. Previous years, like for a very long time, it was the calendar year. So you'd have a player get the Ballon d'Or, the conversation pieces would be like, oh yeah, this guy should get in. But then you'd be like, well, we gotta wait, because they count September, October, November as well. Did they count Euros or Copa? I believe if there is something that would help in the voting, yes. Yes. So as far as I know, it's like the footballing season, and then if there is a tournament in the summer that could make an effect, then sure. I think Dembele could win. I think Dembele could win as well. I think it's, as of right now, Salah's dropped off since he fell off in the Champions League. And overall goal scoring even and assisting even in the Premier League. He's fallen off, right? I think for the last 2-3 months, it's been a pretty heavy takeover of Rafinha and Yamal, and Dembouz as well now with how well PSG are doing. I think it's between those three. Honestly, man, I wouldn't even be upset if Lamine got it, bro. He is just... The thing is the problem is like Lamine Yamal and anybody that knows football, I'm not saying anything new here, anyone that knows football, like, I think you almost want to vote for Lamine Yamal. He's fucking 17 years old, doing the shit that he's doing week in, week out, in the biggest games, in the Clásicos, in the Champions League, in the what, like I said, other than really bad luck, Lamine should have sent Barca to the final with hitting the post and Jan Sommer making like 4 wonder saves. Jan Sommer conceded 3 goals and still got man of the match. Like, that's how unlucky Lamine Yamal was to not him and Rafi send Barca to the final. Let's not forget that, right? A lot of people will just see Barca not in the final and think, oh no, there's no way Lamine or Rafi should get in it. That's wrong. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is like Lamine does a little bit more than Rafi or even Dembouz because the eye test. Dude, the passion, the ability, the skill set, the movements, dude, he's as close to a Leo Messi / Ronaldinho hybrid I've ever seen. Neymar hybrid? Dude, have you seen the videos where they do like the reverse angle and they basically flip Lamine over to the left side of the pitch? He fucking looks like a hybrid of Neymar and Ronaldinho with Messi's close dribbling. Like, it's insane. Like, so what I'm saying is I would not be shocked, surprised, or even anywhere near upset if, like, Lamine wins the Ballon d'Or, dude. The eye test, the pure joy you get of watching him play supersedes the just pure stats that Rafinha has over him, or even to some extent Dembele has over him. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. So, absolutely, I think, which is pretty crazy, the Ballon d'Or is going to be between ex-Leeds beauty, Rafinha, the second coming of Christ himself, 17-year-old Lamine Yamal, or Dembouz, which is kind of crazy that Dembouz is anywhere near a conversation because I think we all thought 2-3 years ago with all the injuries and all the, like, basically some good games then gets injured or some bad games, Dembele. I mean, I'm pretty sure we can all look back at everybody's tweets saying that Dembele is a fraud. And now he's in the conversation. Like, it's pretty crazy those three being maybe a top 3 for the votes for the Ballon d'Or. It's pretty nuts, man. I wouldn't really be upset at any one of those guys winning. It's absolutely insane. When is Ballon d'Or? If it's next year? I don't know what you're asking, bro. We just explained what the Ballon d'Or is. The Ballon d'Or is awarded in January, but it's for the calendar year, right? Obviously, the previous calendar... Sorry, not calendar year, for the previous season. So the Ballon d'Or will technically be given in January, I believe, 2026 or December 2025, but it'll be for the 2024-2025 season. Lamine has so much time and room for improvement. If he continues, he could have Messi's Ballon d'Or numbers before he's 30. The thing is that no one gives Messi or Ronaldo respect for is exactly that. The fact that they kept the shit that they were doing up for 20 years. Lamine's got a hell of a lot of work to do to get anywhere near Leo Messi, and a hell of a lot of incredible seasons after seasons after seasons to get anywhere near what Leo Messi was able to achieve. But yeah, I mean, at least as the eye test says, for all of us, Lamine looks like the next closest thing. Could Lautaro be in consideration for Ballon d'Or? For the sole purpose that Inter is in a Champions League final, and that's all. That's the only reason he'd be anywhere near the conversation. They won't, Aaron. They won't at all. They will not do that. And I believe the last time that Messi won the Ballon d'Or because of the World Cup performance, I think that was the last season that they did the calendar year as opposed to a season. Again, I think you're misunderstanding when and how. I believe that year was the last year that they did the calendar year, which is how Messi basically won the Ballon d'Or, because it counted his World Cup run. Whereas if they were doing it like this, they would have had to count his World Cup run in the 22-23 season, right? I don't really remember what Messi did through the 22-23 season. But I think that's why. Oh, we've just casually built another 25 player packs out of just our silvers, so that's pretty great. I think we might get every single one of these done. Nice. Take 2 days off and we just have an infinite influx of silvers because of the silver packs. The daily silver packs. Yep, we're just going to get the 25 done. And we probably will have another 10 or 20 silvers ready for tomorrow too. Where are you getting all the silvers from? From the silver packs that we get. Okay. Okay, and you know what? Why don't we do this too? Like, chat, realistically, am I doing, God, I don't know how to ask this question. Am I doing the 2 rare player packs with my non-rares? Is that realistically what I should be doing? Or should I be buying the 2 rares to do the 77 by 5s? I don't know what my grind is. It's just that, dude, having to buy 2 rares every time is so boring. But I suppose that probably is the better choice, right? Then again, what I could do is I could do the rares with everything 82 and below, and then I save the 83s for the 77 by 5s. That's a move. Then I don't have to buy anything. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. So 82 and below will go into the Bundesliga packs, rares. Non-rares and 83 rares will go into the 77 by 5s. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that's my grind. Could do the gold upgrades to get 2 rares. E-Waters, this is literally what we're talking about right now. That's exactly what we're... yeah, was... You're suggesting I do what we were just talking about doing, but then it's not, probably not a valuable use of our time, I think. Oh, you're delayed. Okay. Gotcha. When do the 77 by 5s expire, chat? I gotta go grab those. Yeah, I'm not gonna do these.
Amen.
Hey, that's a very nice shirt you've got on. I've got the same one on going to the gym. My Go 1028 love.
Aiga, thank you for the 29 months, brother. Appreciate you on the primer resub. Thanks, man. Hopefully you have a good workout. I had a pretty solid lift this morning. Not the best of the best, but good enough. Good enough. Still felt pretty good about it. Okay, I've unlocked way more Bundes packs than I thought I would. Have you packed anything today? Just some crap here and there. We did the Leeds player pick from Elite 1 Squad Battle Rewards and got basically EA's penis in our ear. That's about it. EA just gave us a wet willy with their cock. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I mean, look, the reality is Alphonso Davies is going to be impossible to pack. We will try, but he will be impossible to pack. Oh, do I not have a lot of rares? Okay. How many rares do I have? We might have to just yeet packs, guys. Oh shit, I don't have any rares. Sweet. Or sorry, any non-rares. Alright, let's do it. Well, we can rip more packs. Yeah, the other thing I was thinking we should do too, this is a fucking waste of time though. I was thinking doing some BPM to get some more 64 rateds. I don't know if that's the move. Alright, let's bring the non-subs back in. We'll let them chit-chat with us for the next little bit. Don't care about Team of the Season. I've packed Davies and Osimhen. How? You've already packed them? What the heck? Maybe the Bundes 25k packs are where the luck will be. Yeah, no, chat changed my mind. I refuse. Packed Elise, is that a W? If you want him, W. If he gets into your starting 11, he's a W, right? If he's only going to be used as fodder, then it's not a W. Where to grind players besides Silver Pack, BPM, and upwards? No, don't waste your time with a BPM. The only way I would say is either grind the game to get objectives and rewards for packs for players, or just go to the store and use your coins on those non-rare provisions packs. And then put them into 77 by 5s with 1 or 2 rares. that you get for 600 coins off the market. That's probably the only intelligent ways to do anything in this game right now. Do I think Leeds will be better than Manchester United? I think they will be, and I'm a Man United fan. We are so bad. No. No chance Leeds do better than Man United next season. The league is built to protect teams like Manchester United and punish and forever hold down newly promoted teams. The gulf in squad depth and quality and money spending ability between Premier League teams and newly promoted teams has always been pretty. There's been a big gulf in that, and in the last 3-4 years with PSR and financial fair play, the FA has made it even more impossible to get anywhere near. We're talking about like teams in 17th and up, by the way. I'm not talking about newly promoted teams not being able to keep up with 6th place teams and up. That's kind of expected. The way the financial system is now set up in this corrupt English league, it's the best league in the world, don't get me wrong, but they've ruined the league for a lot of the reasons I'm mentioning right now. The gulf in class now between 17th and 18th is diabolical. It is so crazy. It doesn't matter how much money these new 20th to 18th place teams have to spend, they are not allowed to spend the money. It's just fucking stupidity. What about Brentford at Fulham? What about them? They've spent hundreds of millions, and a lot of these teams are breaking a lot of the rules as well. Very few teams are going to be like Brighton. I mean, look at fucking West Ham. Didn't West Ham spend 100 million on 2 players, and they barely kept themselves above the relegation places? So, you know, when I say, oh, Leeds United have 150 million to 200 million that they're willing to spend, they won't be allowed to spend that much, but you look at some teams, they'll spend that on 2 players and go get nowhere, right? Like, you know, the way Brighton or even Brentford have done is a very rare occurrence. You have to almost do what Villa or what Nottingham Forest have done, where you spend infinite money and just say, fuck you guys, punish us then, right? Man United spent 64 million on Højlund and has 2 goals in the last 30 matches. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but I'm sure it's not that far off. Bottled Xavi by 1 win. Unlucky, bro. Unlucky. I did studies at my uni about competitive balance, and Premier League is the worst league in the top 5 big leagues in this regard because of this. Yep. Yeah, I mean, the thing is we wouldn't even need to do like a 5-year degree program or a master's thesis on seeing it. You can see it plain as day. And I'm not saying Tamberg, what you did wasn't a good achievement. Absolutely, that's awesome that you did that. I'm seeing a lot more people focus their studies on especially if they're in a type of a business designation, on these types of topics. But it's hilarious that like even us basic brain dead football fans can see how broken the system is. Brentford have a Brazilian striker who's been injured all season. They still had a great season. Yeah, but they've got Mbuemo, Damsgaard, Wisa, all huge ballers that could potentially go for crazy money, right? And not to mention, let's not write off their coach. What the fuck is his name? He's an incredible coach, man. Fuck, what's Brentford's coach? The dude with the long hair. Pretty handsome looking older dude. Fuck's sake. Can't remember his name off the top of my head. He's a great coach. Thomas Frank. Yeah, great coach. Yeah, Thomas Frank. Danish journalist saying Leeds consider Bo Henriksen as manager. That's all fake news. Our ownership group has already publicly said that we're backing Daniel Fark. Which might not be the right call in terms of success long-term in the Premier League, but it is morally the right call. I hate to admit it. The guy got us back into the Premier League. He's a great dude. We do play great football under him. I do not think he will give us long-term success and staying power in the Premier League, but he deserves it. Morally, you have to give him a chance, man. You have to. I don't think we succeed under Daniel Fark in the Premier League, but I hope I'm proven wrong. And he deserves a chance to prove me and other Leeds fans wrong. Or deserves a chance to prove a lot of the Leeds fans that want him to stay right. And I, even though I don't think he is the one to take us to long-term success in the Premier League, I think I want him to stay. I think he deserves it. It would be really shitty. It would set a really shitty precedent that Leeds is not like that anyways. Other clubs might do that, but Leeds aren't a club to do stuff like that, and it would just set a really shitty precedent. That's something Spurs might do or something, but I wouldn't like to see Leeds do that. Because I do think if they do that, it also makes other top quality managers shy away from the club. Like, I think Spurs really fucked themselves when they sacked Mourinho before a cup final. So gross. Yeah, Alonso as the Madrid coach is kind of mad, isn't it? Damn, bro, we haven't packed a single player, hey? Not a single player today. It's all been shitty purple dupes. Kind of crazy. Other than that terrible goalkeeper, but I don't want to count her as a new pull. And I'm pretty sure she isn't. I'm pretty sure we packed her on Saturday. Mourinho said Spurs are the only team in his career that he doesn't feel anything for. Yeah, that's savage. Man, Mourinho, it seems like he's back to his petulant self, though. Like a manager asked, a manager. I was watching an interview with him semi-recently, I think, where a journalist asked, like, how did he come to the decision of, like, the 11 players, because there's so many changes in his team and whatever. And he just answered so sarcastically and angrily. He's like, I take coins and throw them in the air, and whatever land on the table with player pictures, I put in the team, and whatever fall on the ground, they go on the bench. And I was like, holy shit, what? He's already at this, like, petulant anger with Fenerbahce? Crazy. What Mourinho's done is godly. Chelsea team in 04-05 is unbeatable. Dude, what he did with that Man United team against that Galacticos Man City setup, I mean, I think even for him, it goes down as like one of his greatest ever achievements. And the guy's won a treble with fucking Inter. And his greatest achievement was taking that dog shit run Man United club to what? 100 points? And a Europa League win? That's crazy, bro. Yeah, Andy won a Champions League with Porto, and his greatest managerial achievement, according to him, is that shit job at Man United. And not him doing a shit job, just how shitty that job must have been to have to try and do. All recent Evos have been paid. That is what it is. I don't really care. As long as they're not overpriced, it doesn't really bother me. God damn, boys, our pack luck has crapped the bed. Big time crap the bed. Holy. Big yikes. Team of the season weight has been turned down because of the icon pick? You think? Wow, that would be terrible if that was the case. They reduced the team of the season pack pull weight so people can't do the icon pick as easily. I would not be surprised, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like, oh, whoops. I feel like it's just my pack luck's not been good today. Can't imagine EA would have made the pack weight worse. I mean, the pack weight is terrible as it is, right? Do, do, do. No, no, no. What's my opinion on Arteta? I mean, dude, I like how Arsenal play. I'm not a fickle football fan, and I'm not like a hater of Arsenal that wants to just see them struggle. I think like fickle Arsenal fans maybe are upset with what Arteta's done. I think fans of other teams that want to see Arsenal fail are trying to say that Arteta is terrible and has done terrible. But, dude, it's hard to win things, man. It really is. Like, I still think that if Spurs or Man United win the Europa, they'll have had a better season than Arsenal. You're not going to be able to change that because objectively, both teams, whether Spurs are 17th or Arsenal are 3rd or 2nd, next season, both teams get Champions League, and the difference being Spurs will have a fucking trophy and Arsenal won't. So objectively, this season, the Spurs have had a better season than Arsenal if they win the Europa. Objectively, Man United will have had a better season than Arsenal. It's just the truth. They'll both be in Champions League football, and the difference will be Man United or Spurs will have a trophy. They'll have had a better season than Arsenal. That exists in reality, but at the same time, I also don't think like Arsenal have done terrible. They tried to mount a title fight. They had lots of injuries which kind of fucked them over. That is the ownership's problem. That's not Arteta's fault that they didn't buy things they needed in January. That's the ownership's fault. You can't really throw that down on Arteta. And I mean, he did mount a title fight, and they did get to the semifinal of the Champions League. Like that's still a pretty great, a great push. Yes, you don't get a trophy for getting knocked out in the semifinal. I understand that. But I'm just saying, like, objectively, I don't think he's done a bad job, considering the injury issues, the fact that ownership does not seem to want to buy the right players when they need them at certain times, especially if there's injuries. So, I don't know. I think if you don't look at the big picture, you can kind of say that Arteta's not done a great job, or after 5 years hasn't done a great job. But I feel like he's done fine. It's hard to win the league, man. It's hard to win a Champions League. I don't know. I don't know what else to say to that. Like, I don't really care. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but that's my take on it. I think objectively Spurs and Man United will have had a better season than Arsenal this year when they win the Europa. And at the same time, I don't think he's done a very bad, like a bad job. Main problem this season, we keep blowing leads that turn into draws. 20 points drop from winning positions isn't good at all. Yeah. But again, like the Premier League is a savage league, man. It's a savage league. Like, look at fucking how poorly City did this year. Look at how poorly Man United and fucking Spurs did this year, right? Like, even Liverpool, even though they were quote unquote dominant, they still only got 80 something points, right? I mean, like, the league is so nuts now, man. It's so much harder to win the league now than it was, what, 5 or even 10 years ago? Right? So, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not an Arsenal fan. Maybe I'm making myself sound like an Arsenal fan. I'm not. I don't give a fuck. But I don't think he's done a particularly terrible job. There's no big six anymore? No, there isn't. There isn't. I mean, there is based off of the league supporting them. The Spurs, the Man Uniteds, the Chelseas, the Man Cities, the Liverpools will always get favorable backing and favorable corrupt support. There's always a big six in terms of corruption. But in terms of actual footballing ability and quality, I don't really think there is a big six anymore. There's like, yeah, a big 10 or a big 15, for fuck's sake. Pretty crazy. And like I said, the quality is only going to get better and better and better with how much money is in the Premier League, right? It's only going to get better. So, wait, do I need to be an 84? Oh shit, I need to be an 84. What am I doing? My bad, my bad. I thought I was doing one of the other ones. Unfortunately, I'm just gonna just stick to this. Who cares? All right. We're gonna get these peepees. I can't imagine we're gonna get anything huge here, but big L. In God's sake, maybe we do the icon PP. I don't know. Like, I have nowhere else to put anything. We've already crafted Frimpong, right? We've already crafted Frimps. I don't have anyone else to craft. It's not like I have a Yaya Toure to craft anymore. Maybe Sammy the Salmon. If I'm going to do a Sammy the Salmon, I'd rather just do the icon PP to hopefully get a Cruyff. Kim Min Bay, I have no interest. No interest. Oh shit, I gotta fucking make my lunch, man. I gotta get my protein in. How has today flown by? We've already been live for 2 hours and 45 minutes. Or 2 hours and 40-ish minutes. What the hell? Dead pack weight, man. Makes the day fly by, apparently. I don't know how that works. Hamburg, you just ignored everything I said about the top 6, brother, by trying to make your point. You're saying about how teams get money and some of the big teams get more money even by not winning a Champions League, proving that there is indeed still a big 6. But I said from the very beginning that there absolutely is a big 6. In terms of footballing ability and money backing, I don't think there's a big 6 anymore. I think there's a big 10 or a big 12 or a big 13 or 14. I don't think you were listening to what I was saying. There absolutely is a big 6. 100%. 100%. Not just from, you know, their potential revenues, but because of all the fudging of the books they can do. Because of how much they can lie about financial fair play, right? And get away with it. Not just with what City's done, but brother, the way Man United has been able to spend the last 5 years with like no result of anything is crazy. Like if a Nottingham Forest spent what Man United has spent in the last 5 or 10 years, they'd have been put into administration and had points deductions like crazy. Chelsea, same thing. Like Man City, for fuck's sake, breached how many hundreds of rules, and nothing is going to come from it. But if a Villa did what City did, they'd have minus 20 point deductions. If Leeds were made an example like 20 years ago, Leeds were doing the same thing, spending a lot of money. They had the money to spend, but the league came down on them, and infinite amounts of punishments and whatever, right? So these cemented top 6 teams now are just immune to all of that stuff. Completely immune to all of that stuff, which is unfortunate, of course. Johnny, thank you, man. Tyga, thank you. Colin, thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Okay, I'm just gonna go heat up my food. I'll be right back. So, fuck's sake, man. I guess we're gonna have to do the Willy Nanto, aren't we, chat? The Willy Nanto Evo, I think we're gonna have to do. I think we got these peepees, right? Waiting for us? Yeah, nice. Or not so nice. Wow. Lucky me. Chat, lucky me. I'm so rich. Steak in college? Hell yeah. Well, I mean more, it's like a very rudimentary meal. Meat and a couple of pieces of rice crackers. Getson Fernandez is new. Oh. I like the dynamic image. I also like these stories. These are cool. Little things like that I like when EA put effort into. I think it's actually pretty sweet. Well, those picks were dog shit, but as expected. Intended results. Small prompt or chat GPT? You think? I suppose, yeah. Wait, what? Oh. It ain't happening today, boys. Unless this Bundesliga pack really turns our fortunes around, this has been a very, very poor Monday for me in terms of pack pulls. Probably my worst day ever. Because even during the Prem and the Leeds team of the season grind, yeah, we ended the days annoyed because I obviously wasn't packing Leeds players, but we were still hitting like 4 to 8 big players a day. Right? I mean, dude, we've gone all day and we haven't packed anybody. Not all day. We've gone 3 hours and not packed anybody. And I opened a Premier League Championship Team of the Season pack times 5 for nothing. We did a guaranteed Bundesliga Team of the Season pack, got nothing. We opened what? 20, 83 by 14s and 83 by 10s? 50, 25k packs, both Bundesliga and regular 25k packs. Like, again, it's not like I'm opening 1 rare or 2 rare gold packs. We opened, I think, 25 or 30 77 by 5 packs. Another 10 or 20 77 by 2 Bundesliga packs. All right. If I don't get a new team of the season here, I'm going to be very cross. Come on. Are you fucking shitting me right now? I've packed team of the season Doen at least 15 times this week. They're making fun of me, man. They're showing me blue team of the season Japanese players as a way to ridicule me. There are, and last week, how many Mitomas did I pack? 25 of them? Insane. No Tanakas to be found. But 5,000 Mitomas and about 15 to 20 Dones. Don't give up. Don't be surprised if I ban you from the chat. That's so ass. Or a pack. That's a really fatty piece. Thanks.
Hey, man.
Don't ban me either.
Thank you for the 49-month resub, Nation. Much love, bro. Lunch was good, boys. Delicious. Mm. Mm. Lovely. Mm. Mother's Day was great. We actually had a really nice day, honestly. I very, very much enjoyed the time with the family. All right, boys. Speaking of which, enjoying my time. I enjoyed my time on Ultimate Team, but I'm calling it, man. 3 hours is more than I'm willing to spend on the game. We'll be back again grinding tomorrow at around 5 p.m. UK. See if we can improve this team a little bit more. I mean, I would like to figure out what my Evos are next. Really think this is a huge expense, though. 125k. He does look really nice, though. The funny thing is, on paper, he doesn't look great because of the 90 shooting and 84 passing. But if you actually look at his card's pretty great. Now, okay, he doesn't have great volleys. Who cares? Otherwise, on a Deadeye or a Hawk or something, he's cracked. Good composure, great dribbling, great agility, balance, jumping, heading, and more importantly, he gets inside forward at right wing, which is nice. Probably where he's going to play for the Leeds setup, really. And if not, he can play advanced forward. Maestro would look great on him. Yeah, Maestro would be good. The Maestro, I'd probably put a Maestro on him if I do use him at right wing. If I use him at striker, I'd probably want to improve the attack positioning and finishing. So maybe a Deadeye, but or a Hawk, maybe. Hunter'd be a waste. Would Engine do anything? Engine would be a waste, I think. Yeah, Maestro is probably the one. Maestro is probably the one. What do we got to do here? 2 matches, 2 matches, 3 matches. Sweet. I like that. I like that a lot. 125k is so cool. We're going to be under 100,000 coins if I do this, guys. Under 100k. So if I toss my Willy in there, I'm not doing this one, right? Oh, did my game crash? No, we're back. Yeah, I'm not doing that one. I don't think I'm doing this one. Got no one really to put in there. So we're saving so much money. But anyways, you know, saving almost 150k there. Then sneak attack, we're definitely going to do. Sneak attack looks great. Still not sure who I want to give it to, but probably Fonzie. Oh, wait, what? New guy, just pack fit in it? Oh, sheesh. That's a nice card. Wow, very nice card. Anyways. Yeah, the sneak attack will do. This one I definitely want to do as well. I got time, though. I don't have to rush on this one. Yeah, that one will go to Solomon. 100% doing this one. Especially for 50k. That's a great one. This one, definitely going to do 12 days, 9 days. What about 9 days and 10 days? Do I have any... Not sure which one I want to give to Mullen. Like, this one's incredible. It really is incredible, mainly because he gets insane playstyles, right? It's free. No one else fits. I guess I'll give this one to Mullen. Yeah, I'll give that one to Mullen. It's the only one I can do. And this one, I think we decided we're going to go with Tyjon. So what we'll do maybe is we'll go to begin our grind. Yeah, let's put Mullen in this one. It'll look great there. And then I guess we're going to dump the 100... Oh, God. The 125k into Willy. This one. No one else, right? Nah. Willy's the only one that makes any sense. All right, that's a lot of money, man. I'm not happy about this, but I don't really have anywhere else to put to spend. Damn, so we're down to, sorry, I lied. We're down to 103k. All right, so Willie and Mullen are going to be the next grinded card. So I think what we'll probably do is we'll get Cristiano out of the starting 11. Probably here, and then we'll do Cruyff here, and then Naka like this, and then this. Guys. Or you know what, we'll do this. There we are. I don't know why Erling is in the starting, sorry, on the bench. Much never going to use it. And then we'll get Mullen here. Get Big Willie over here. Nice. Okay. So that's probably going to be the team that we roll with tomorrow. I'm not really going to, I don't really feel like playing gameplay, man. 3 hours on this game, we basically didn't pack anybody, so there's no real need to worry about grinding gameplay. But that is going to be the squad that we use starting tomorrow. So thank you guys for chilling. I'm going to be jumping on, I think, Tarkov for now until we're prestiged. Once we're done prestiging, or being ready to prestige in Tarkov, so we've got a few more quests to do. Once we're done prestiging in Tarkov, we really got to start thinking about what our evening game is going to be.